This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome to the Front Porch. Real conversations about life, leadership, and perseverance. Each week, Dennis Polian and Jay Davis bring you inspiring stories and lessons to help you grow, lead, and thrive. Pull up a chair. The conversation starts now.
Welcome to episode number 5. I can't believe we made it this far, Jay. Episode number 5 of the Front Porch, Stories of Grit and Growth. I'm Dennis Polian with my good friend Jay Davis. And we have a special guest today. Very excited to introduce you a friend of mine who I've met about maybe almost a year ago.
Almost a year.
An entrepreneur who's really lived a lot of places in this country. He's made her home here in Texas. Big part of our business community here in Central Texas. Owner and CEO of LimeLily.com, which we'll talk about. Twila Heiselman. Twila, thanks for joining us.
Hey, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
We have a lot to talk about today because your story is crazy. It's
a
wide-ranging, windy road. It's perfect for anybody who wants to be successful in business. So we appreciate it. And let's dive right in. What do we want to talk about first, Jay?
The Bears.
Dude, you're killing me. Go, Pack, go. I keep telling you, go, Pack, go.
Anyway, I told Dennis I was going to be focused this episode, and now it's off the rails. But anyway, I digress. Go right ahead.
We're great rivals.
Yeah. Very respectful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we're already off track. Tell us a little bit. We'll go backwards.
Okay.
Because I think going backwards with your story will help a lot of people who are just starting out or starting a new business, getting out of one career and getting into the other. LimeLily.com. Tell us about that.
So Lime Lily came about in 2020. I had owned a previous corporate gifting company and a large drop ship company in the Chicago area. And just after doing that for several years, I was able to sell the business at a real peak time. And then I went into coaching and consulting full time after that. And Lime Lily came about because I just really wanted to get back into a product-based business and into the corporate gifting space. One of my clients, who became a very close friend of mine, lives here in Texas. Her and her husband are the ones that brought us here. And she said one day, you should start making gifts again because I need a couple of gifts. And there we go. It just started again.
What brought you into corporate gifting back in Chicago?
Well,
Was that a lot of kielbasa and beer during the football season?
I wish. Well, we did, but it wasn't in the gift baskets. Unfortunately. Couldn't get a liquor license back then, dang it. No, what got me into it was I spent 23 years in the real estate industry in Nevada, and I had been selling very high-end homes and properties out at Lake Las Vegas Resort, and no one could put together a closing gift that was needed for those type of properties and those homes. And so if it was the 20-foot limestone fireplace that sold the house, I was building a gift arrangement out of it at closing time for the customers, whatever sold the house. And no one was doing that. So when I decided one day that I wanted to stop trying to do what I love or stop trying to love what I do and finally do what I love, then corporate gifting was it, because I knew there was a need. I had a friend in Indiana that owned an insurance agency. Your competitor.
Well, we won't name names.
Right, we won't name names. But she was getting ready to go to a chamber luncheon and needed a raffle prize. And so she was going to cut our lunch early to go get a gift card. And I was like, no way, you can't do that. Look, tip here, don't ever give a gift card. 84% of them go unredeemed and unused. It's money wasted. It's unthoughtful, right? It's generic. So I told her all of this and said, let me make up a little gift basket for you. I always have stuff at home to do that because I make my little gifts for my clients and people. So let me do that. I'll bring it to you tomorrow. So I did. And she felt so much in love with it and thought it was such a great deal that she wanted me to go to the chamber lunch with her, and I did, and I walked out with 37 orders on napkins.
Oh, wow.
And my mom and dad had always said, they were entrepreneurs as well, and they had always said that if you have 10 customers, you have a business. So I called my mom and told her what happened, and she goes, well, honey, I think you have a business.
That's pretty neat.
So that's how that started. Yeah. And 6 months later, I was out of our spare bedroom and into a retail brick and mortar store making gift baskets
Oh, wow,
for
that's awesome.
different companies. So that was it.
We've only got 8 loyal listeners, so we've got some room to grow. So just need 2 more, right? Maybe
Right?
2 more.
If we have a
Two more.
raffle,
Yeah.
you can get some more.
I might become a competitor, start doing some gift baskets just so
Hey.
just so we can snag a couple more people.
Do it. Do it. Bring it on.
Okay, so now that this is what I think people are going to find most interesting. So prior to your real estate career, and I don't actually remember if there was anything in between that, but you were also a professional musician and singer.
Mm-hmm. I was.
Under contract,
Yes.
and
Big time.
big time.
Before internet, before,
Yeah,
all that. But yes, before iTunes, before
in Vegas
any
with
of
a
it.
label.
In Vegas
The
with a
real
label,
deal.
the real deal. Yep.
What you can decide how much you want to talk about that, but that is such a unique change. It's very similar in some aspects to what Jay and I did,
Yeah.
leaving an industry that is 180 degrees different, that is so hard and difficult. And I would, you can say this, I don't want to speak for you, but potentially at the time you were in that industry, much more difficult for a young woman to succeed
Oh, for sure.
than maybe potentially today, because of the
For
level of
sure.
support and belief that you might get.
Yeah. Women like Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire and women like that were still trying to pave the way. They hadn't paved the way yet,
Yeah.
right? They were still trying to do that.
How much of that experience went into how you did business when you became a business owner?
That's a great question. All of it. Literally, all of it. Real estate was my day job that paid the bills. Because back then, as a professional singer, you didn't make the money. Your managers did, your booking agents did, right? Everybody else around you did. You didn't. If you and the band got $50 for that night, you were happy,
Yeah.
right? Starving artist is a
So
thing.
but
was
you know
a
the
thing.
stories of, yeah, the band is making money, you're producing results that people like, but everybody else is really
Everybody else is
profiting
reeling in the
from it.
money. Absolutely, yeah. And especially for women back then, right? Like I've never played the victim card or the woman card, right? But it was just a fact of life. You just didn't, you were there to look pretty and sing pretty to make everybody else look good, not yourself.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah.
So did that shape kind of where you decided to go in the future?
It did. A lot of it, right? Because and what really shaped it more than anything was when I lost my label. And I lost my label because I got pregnant with my daughter. She's my $1 million baby. And that's what we call her. That's her nickname,
I
right?
gave the
Million,
chills. Sorry.
$1 million baby.
That's cool.
Because I did not realize in my recording contract there was a 5-year pregnancy clause that I could not get married for the first 5
you had
years,
no
or
idea
couldn't
about.
get pregnant or married for the first 5
Your
years.
manager didn't tell you about that.
Correct. No. All of those things were always hidden back then from the artist, right? You didn't have anything to do with it.
They just wanted to push you out there.
Correct.
Yeah.
You were their asset. You were their product. And so you were told where to be, when to be, what to wear, how to look, how you needed to talk, what you could say, what you couldn't say, all of those things, right? And you didn't know anything about your business. It wasn't your business to begin with. It was the management company's business. You were their product. They owned everything. I don't even have pictures or anything. My mom, I think she has 2 pictures of me performing because the management team owned everything.
In a way, I'm sure they kind of brainwashed you too a little bit, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So when that happened, I internally just made the decision, this isn't ever going to happen to me again. I'm never going to not be in control of my own destiny and my own success in life. No one else is going to have that kind of control over me.
That's pretty deep, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's an awesome story and an awesome lesson. And I think the great part is, right, you and your daughter are so close still today, when very easily your relationship could have gone the other way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's a credit to your mindset, right, and your value system, and you know what you believe in. I'm curious, when you take that make that decision of, I'm going to own this, I'm going to control my destiny. Were there ever moments when you got started where, yes, I control my destiny, but there's a challenge where you wanted to make an excuse, even though it was really you're the one
Do you
in
want
control?
numbers 1 through 10 or 100 through 300?
Well, we've got 3 hours on this, according to Dennis. So
right?
Yeah, you can give us 1 to 1,000. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, there were challenges all the way, right? And the very first one was right after that had happened. And I had kind of made my decision. Well, my decision was made for me. I either had to stop singing, or the record label was going to sue us for $1 million because I'd broken contract, right? So I had to stop singing for a while. And so I went and was a mom and a wife for a little while. And then I wanted to start back up when I was able to, when that timeline was over. Then I wanted to start back up. And my daughter's dad, at the time, he said, well, I'll never tell you that you can't do this, but I'm not going to promise that we'll be here when you come back. And so that was a decision I had to make, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm basically going to have to choose my singing career or my family one time again. And at the end of my life, it'll be great to have platinum albums and a big home and cars. But what's going to even be better is to have my kids and my husband.
Yeah.
So I stayed small and played small so that it was just around town. I wasn't out on the road traveling again. And so I just kept it really small. And after a while, real estate just took over, and that became the major thing. And my last gig, I sat in with my guitar player at the Venetian, and that was it.
That's
right?
neat.
And that was it.
Playing smaller, did that make you feel like you were actually you, as it was really the real you performing? Or
No.
when you got on stage, you were still a different persona?
I was actually more me on stage than I was off stage. Right? Where most people, it's the opposite. Right. It's the opposite, where they kind of feel like they have to bring on this persona. Not me. I was more me on that stage than I ever was. In fact, I'm more comfortable on a stage in front of 10,000 people than I am sitting on this couch with the two
Still
of you.
today?
Still today. Still today.
I've always wanted a smoke machine on the podcast, but we don't have the budget
What
yet.
the heck?
I know. I mean, would
We
you have
gotta
felt
get
at
it.
home with that,
We
or
got-
what?
Well,
Huh?
maybe Lime Lily
gotta
will
get it,
sponsor us,
right?
and we get a branded smoke
We'll have a
machine
smoke
for-
machine.
Smoke. I
for
want the big
YouTube.
fan with the hair
I-
blowing back, right?
I don't have any hair, but I'm right there with you.
It's just really
I want to
hard.
do the meatloaf scene where
Yeah,
the hair is
yeah.
just flying.
We'll get
right?
we'll get a
Fabio.
late '80s video going in here. It's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
It's really hard to remember to say for those of you watching or
Right.
not watching
Not
on
watching.
YouTube. As
If
we're
you
on
can just,
ESPN
if you can
radio.
just picture,
Yeah. Picture an old Whitesnake video or something,
right?
right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
So when you're doing business today, and you're up in front of a crowd like you were a couple weeks ago, that's still more comfortable for you?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. That feels more like the real me
Yeah.
than, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fascinating.
I know the
kind of
real
is,
estate
right?
brought the pivot, but was it the gifting was kind of organic,
It was. Yeah.
and then
It was just kind of
kinda
like
exploded, or
it did.
Yeah,
It did,
good for
right?
you.
Like I took that one gift basket and had 37 orders and it was like, "Oh, this is a thing. Okay, I'll do this now." Mom's right. I have a business. Okay. And not ever wanting to play small, I went right into jumping right into, let me get a store then. Got to have a brick and mortar where people can
Yeah.
come to, and right.
How fast did you realize, ooh, I don't know if I can do this by myself. I might need a mentor or somebody who can at least keep me from running myself off a cliff.
The day before.
How long
If that was too early.
that's with all business owners, right?
I still haven't found them. Seriously, I still haven't found them.
Wow.
Wow.
I got some relief
Well,
finally with the Packers
So now
Bears beef.
he thinks he's my mentor,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
There's
well,
a
present
tissue
cli-
over there. Excuse me, I might have to grab
Present
one.
company included.
Yeah.
No, I really haven't. Right? I've hired several coaches who have been fantastic. I mean, I'll never badmouth them at all because they've been fantastic and they have gotten me to certain points. I've never found that mentor that can get me where I really want to be. And so I've come to the resolve inside that there isn't anybody who's going to. I have to be the one to do that. It's plain and simple. Nobody is going to do that for me.
So I have a question on that. In all the things that we do, that everything that we want to excel at, that we want to be great at, what was missing with those coaches, with those mentors that didn't provide the fulfillment for you to feel like you could take it to the next level?
To be honest, I think it's a little bit that they're still playing small.
Oof, look at that.
And I don't mean that arrogantly.
No, that's
right?
awesome.
I don't mean that
No,
arrogantly.
love it.
I just, and they believed that it was their job to keep me real. And I'm doing air quotes, keep me real, right? When I'm a visionary. And so I've always seen my company bigger than what it is, bigger than what it even can be. And I haven't found that person who can see that as well and say, let's go. Right? And so, I don't know, maybe it's not real. Maybe I'm the one who's too pie in the sky, right? Or maybe I just haven't found that right person that has seen the vision as well and been able to
Well, and I think
make it
that's
happen.
to compliment you and to say that, you know what, to me, that comment's not arrogance, it's greatness, right? Because you have that much belief in yourself that, and you have such a high standard of where you think, not where you need to be or where you want to go.
Absolutely.
And that,
Yeah.
that's a standard that you shouldn't compromise, right?
Thank you. Yeah. I believe that too. I mean, I was just telling my mini-me at work, my director of operations, Emily, just the other day, that when I first started Lime Lily, I always, from day one, I've known this was bigger than me. That it was, and I said, some days I've questioned if it was really for me or if it was an idea for someone else to take when I'm in the thick of
We've
it,
all
right?
thought about that,
Right.
yes.
We all get that
Yeah,
point in
yes.
entrepreneurship where we're like, I'm not sure this was really for me.
This was really cool for a minute,
Right,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Crud, what did I do to myself? But I always knew that it was bigger than me, that it was never, it was always going to be bigger than what I could ever ever do with it. And I've tried even to have a couple of partners along the way, and that hasn't worked. I mean, Emily just asked me today, she's like, so how many people have you tried to start stuff with and it hasn't worked? And I'm like, oh girl, let's just not even go there. Because I see this at such a level, right? Just like I saw my music career at such a level. And it's hard to get other people to believe in that and to see it with you. It just is.
Yeah, that's probably the best point you've made in terms of your vision and ownership. And it's the perfect opportunity for us to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're going to talk about vision and grit and what that means when we come back. Stay.
Life moves fast, but the unexpected doesn't care about your calendar. At the Polian Agency, we help successful families protect what they've worked so hard to build. From life insurance to smart coverage strategies, we tailor protection that grows with you, so you're prepared for whatever's next. The Polian Agency, where protection meets purpose. Visit PolianAgency.com or call 254-772-1444 to start the conversation.
Welcome back to the Front Porch. We're with Twila Heiselman from Lime Lily here in Central Texas. We were just talking about, right, your standard and your vision for your company, and how hard it is really at the end of the day to find people when you're trying to grow something, you're building something, it's your baby.
Yeah.
To raise that with you. And I asked you a question about mentorship for that reason, because as I've started my business, I realized I couldn't find anybody that was really going to help me, that was really going to see what I saw, and came to the conclusion it's not about mentors or coaches. It's really about the other people that are going through the same exact thing as you are.
Right.
Because you can talk about and normalize the daily experiences.
Right.
But without the vision, right, for seeing it, without being able to see what it can be and what you want it to be, which I agree with Jay, that's a characteristic of greatness. Without that, you're never going to achieve it. And without that, when you hit those moments of you have 150 orders to fill, you don't have a team, you have to do it by yourself. You have to be in the warehouse until 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that can drive you, right? That's something that gets you
Absolutely.
through those moments, saying this is worth it because you can see what's down the road.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And it has. Right? There have been those days. I've been in the warehouse until 3
those
a.m.
moments-
and no one else has
Yeah,
been there.
And those moments, as bad as they stink, for lack of a better word, when it's all said and done and you finally go home at whatever time, I mean, I don't mean to speak for you, but that's the greatest feeling in the world, isn't it?
It is, because then you can just look in the mirror and go, I did it.
Yeah.
Right? I did it. And no matter what, and that's the way I've been with anything, right? My entire life. It's just get the job done, whatever it takes. And if it takes staying up until 3 a.m. to get it done, great. But the job's got to get done.
When you hit a challenge, or maybe a mental low point or physical exhaustion, hit those moments, what do you rely on to kind of get you back to where you believe you should be mentally to get through it?
Me. I mean, honestly, it's, I have a mantra, and I say it to myself probably 1,000 times a day, and it's, so what, now what? And it's so, even when I wake up in the morning, right, and I'm not feeling it, and I'm not,
I think Mike Ditka
I wake
came
up and
with that.
say, so what, now what? Really? I thought I did.
Yeah, no, I think Mike Ditka came up with that.
No.
Where did it?
Definitely
No.
wasn't
I
Vince
don't.
Lombardi.
No, if anybody
Even though I
came up
played
with it, it had
100
to be
rounds of
Brett
golf with Mike
Favre or
Ditka.
Curly Lambeau
I
or
really can't recall
Tom Landry.
who
It
Mike Ditka
cannot
coached
be.
for.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Oh my goodness! Did you just quote Mike Ditka? I didn't know.
no. I did not.
Coach.
No, I did not.
The Bears. Anyway.
Go Pack, go.
I wish we had roll out the barrel.
I know, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. I mean, I'm Irish. We can go. My grandma, she'll roll it out with you, literally. Yeah. Anyway.
That's one of the best moments of a Packers game.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, no, in those moments, really, it has to come from you. It's not going to come from anywhere else. So, and what helps me every day, too, is knowing that I'm responsible for other people's livelihood, owning a business, right? It's not just me. I'm responsible for their livelihood. And so there can't be a day that I don't get up. There can't be a day that I can't just push through because these people rely on me.
That's a great point. Jay, I don't know if you've experienced that when you became a business owner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great responsibility there, but there's nothing better. You know, you living up north, and Dennis lived up north. There's nothing better when it's minus whatever, right? And the car's covered in snow, and not to get old man walk backwards to school, but
Yep.
that bed feels so good, right? And knowing that there are people that rely on you, but also need your leadership.
Yeah.
And again, that all comes back to you and what you're doing now with the mentorship you have here today with us. I mean, it to be a business owner it's probably one of the biggest responsibilities, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're on the hook for everything.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for the reminder,
More than
Jay.
you even want to know, right?
Okay, I'm going to go home now.
All those things nobody tells you, right?
No.
And
No, they don't.
you know, in my circumstance, I was recruited by the parent company. You know, none of the hard stuff's talked about, and you know, hey, there's gonna be hard things, but you know, in my short experience doing it, what you said is a great reminder about having responsibility to other people. There is nothing I love more than when somebody on my team has reached a milestone,
Right.
or shown exponential growth. When you look back at it, that stuff gets me fired up, and I used to enjoy it and really get into it in other roles, but I was playing with other people's money, so I think the mindset was different, right?
Yeah, it really stinks when you start
the,
playing with your own
you know,
money.
the urgency.
You had a
the
safety
urgency,
net there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know, in the NFL, you know, in roles I was in, you know, anything I was responsible for financially was, you know, solely my responsibility. Wasn't even a blip on the budget.
Right.
And then at the college level, you know, the places I was at, I would argue are fiscally irresponsible from a business standpoint.
Right.
So you never, you know, I had all those years of taking that for granted, and then all of a sudden I'm paying the bills,
Yep.
and I've got a team, and I've got to get them to produce, and
Yep.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
That's quite a feeling. Yeah, but there's nothing better when they excel.
And it's correct. I agree with you wholeheartedly there. There's nothing better than when you see your team doing what you know they're capable of, and showing up in a way that you know they're capable of, that they really, you know, it's like being a parent again when you see your kid fulfilling their potential and you're just like, yes, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
And it's not really about what they're doing for you. It's about what they're doing for themselves. And I take such pride in that. Such pride.
So Dennis told me that Emily was going to be here, and she's not on the shop, but she's in here in the
Yeah.
studio. I know she's got to leave in a minute. So I was talking to my phone on the way up here, and I usually don't like to read questions, but I was thinking about kind of the relationship here between the two of you. So you've kind of built something that's more than business, right? I think everything
I
you've
think
done
so.
probably.
I think so.
Everything you've done is more than business. And as we think of our businesses, no matter, you know, what Dennis is doing now, what I'm doing now, it's kind of a reflection of us, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So you brought somebody that's learning by the way you lead, right?
Yes.
So when you think about women coming up behind you, the ones you mentor, the ones you quietly watch, what do you hope they take from your journey? And what do you want them to know about building something that lasts and finding themselves in the process?
Ooh, those are great
I came
questions.
up with that on I-35 on the way
Wow.
up here. Huh?
Without ChatGPT?
Yeah.
What's that?
Wow. I'm impressed.
That, you won't stop talking to me about that.
Now I'm going to have to like him, even though he's a Bears fan. To answer the first question, what do I want them to take from me is no matter what you want to do, you can do it. And there are going to be challenges. There are going to be people and places and things that get in your way. And if it's something that you really want, you won't care. And you'll continue to forge through, and you'll find a way to do it. And that's what I've always done, right? Even in that moment where my husband gave me the ultimatum, I still found a way to sing because that's what it was all about anyway. It wasn't really about the fame and fortune. It was about me getting to express myself on stage, be with people, move people in a way that no one else could. And to be in a place where I could really be me, because I never felt that I could be me just in a room. So that was my outlet. So I found a way to do it. It may have not been grand, like everybody thought it should be, but I found a way. And that's what I want them to know, is that there is always a way, and just find it and do it for yourself. And if I could give anything to any woman, it would be self-reliance, period. Just self-reliance. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be with a man or woman or, have a relationship, or that you can't find that, that you have to own a business. You can find that even in a job. But do what you need to do to be able to take care of yourself. Because there's going to be a moment in time in life where you're going to have to. Your kids are going to be gone. Your spouse or your partner is going to be gone. It's just going to be you. And you've got to be able to take care of yourself. And that's why I do what I do. I want to be able to give women a path to self-reliance, period.
And I don't mean to speak for you, but I think that when everybody cares about everybody to a certain extent. 99% of the people in the world love each other, care about each other, right? When you say you don't care, it doesn't really mean you don't care. It just means that you've found a way, based on everything that's happened, to find that way to prioritize the people that really matter.
Yes.
To you.
Yes.
And not so much bottom line's the wrong word, but maybe the bottom line to you holistically, which then obviously helps the business too. But to say you don't care is just a way of saying, you know what, I'm prioritizing the people that matter in my life, and those are the people that I want to help, that are going to help me, and
that's exactly
away
right.
we go.
That's exactly right. When I say I don't care, it simply means that's not what's important.
Right.
This
Right.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Right.
is what is going to make you successful, right? It's knowing who's on your side,
Yep.
for lack of a better term, and who isn't, and the naysayers, and those who want to question your decision because they're afraid and jealous, usually are the ones that are hold you back from being confident, from believing in yourself, from fighting through
For sure.
those moments that need grit to keep going and keep pushing and keep working.
Yes. And the worst part about that is most of those people are your family.
Yeah.
They're the people who are closest to you. And it's just the truth.
Podcast, right?
It really is.
Exactly.
We're going to have to have you back.
Wow.
But it is the truth,
Yes, it
right?
is.
It
Yes,
is the
indeed it
truth.
is.
And entrepreneurship is the loneliest career you will ever choose. It's just lonely.
People think you're crazy.
They do think
They
you're
absolutely
crazy.
think you've lost
I look, I love my sister beyond life itself, but she still asks me when I'm going to get a real job. Right? And when people hear that, they're like, "Oh, that's so mean." I'm like, "What's mean about it?" She loves me, she cares about me. She doesn't think this is a real job. That's her opinion. Oh well. I don't care.
You know,
you go.
and you know what I'm willing to bet? If you didn't just go out there and sing with you and your guitar player, right, and continue on that path, which is really an example of somebody who's comfortable with themselves and knows who they are, who they really are, you know, then you're probably not as successful today as you are, because that little doubt angel on our shoulder who can get in our ear every once in a while is taking all of that quote unquote noise about you know, what folks want to project on you, and it really at times can make you question who you think you are and what's really important.
And do I really think that I'm even able to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
Yep.
All the time. Yeah. Those naysayers, and you know, you hear wildly successful people say, "You just got to not listen to the naysayers," and they're absolutely right. But on the way up, you're like, "How do you not do that?"
I don't know, because when they are the people that are close to you, they've always got something to say.
Correct. Always.
And you have to balance the
Always,
relationship
right?
with,
and you have to
all of
find
that.
ways around it. You know, it's just like hey, I'm not going to tell you that you can't do that, but we might not be here when you get back. Well, shoot. Okay, so I'm going to lose my family? Great. Good job, Twy. Way to go.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's, okay, you can't do this.
Which takes more strength.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Way
to
more
then say,
strength to do
okay,
that.
yes, I can. I just need to do it in this way.
Yep.
So that I can, because I'm a firm believer, yes, we can have it all. Maybe not all at the same time, but we can have it all, right? So there's a way to have it if you really, really want it.
Yep.
That was awesome.
That was.
Yeah, then I had to be quiet, but yeah, this is your podcast, not mine. So I was about ready
Do we
to
have
go
time
down.
for a lightning round? Do you have any lightning
I
round?
had. Do you? Well, my lightning round would have been different if I knew that I had a diehard Packers fan.
Well, I'm sure you can
Go,
throw
Pack,
in an
go.
adjustment here or there.
I do have a few light. How much time do I have?
You have 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wow.
All right.
Are we down to the 2nd yard line, or where are we at?
We're in the red zone.
We're in the red zone. Okay.
I got the 85 Bears defense, so you don't have a chance.
Jeff Fisher.
So
Leslie Frazier in the secondary.
please.
So lightning round, just quick, one-word answers. Corporate or creative? I know the answer to that already, but now that I know you, but
Creative.
yes, absolutely. These now, yeah. We should have had a call. I would have had better lightning round questions. This is most underrated or overrated gift item.
Huh. Most underrated? Sweet and salty.
Most overrated.
Most overrated. Charcuterie right now. It's like, oh my gosh. And I'm telling
I don't
you.
even know how to say
And nobody
it.
knows how to pronounce it either, right?
We make them and we sell them, and we've been doing it. I thought they'd be gone already, but that fad has not. It's only grown. And so, and it's so silly because any client that calls and wants something custom, I'm like, well, our charcuterie gift is the best one that sells.
When we're out, I just say the meat and cheese board.
Yeah, the meat and cheese board. Yep. Yeah.
Box you'd send to your younger self.
Oh, wow.
I feel like I'm with David Dickerson on Sunday morning right now.
Wow, that's a great question. Okay. Definitely the can of margarita mix.
Okay. Oh, you had me at hello.
Right? The margarita mix with the bucket list travel cards, a candle, a journal, and a pen.
Okay. Interesting.
With a note that says, "Do you, boo?
Do you, boo?
Do you, boo?"
It sounds like a Nickelodeon cartoon.
Right?
That's the name of
Yeah.
this.
Do
that's
you,
the
boo?
name of this podcast. Do you, boo?
Do you, boo?
Ah, that's a good show description.
Theme song for Lime Lily.
We really got to work on our lightning round, by the way. One more question after
No,
this.
I sing it every day.
What is it?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And now that you've asked me, like the song name escapes me, but it's a rock song, and I'm always walking around
Well, sing
going, "Lime Lily, do 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 do." And Wendy and Emily just look at me like, "Oh, she's had too
that's
much
awesome.
coffee already," right?
Well, I guess I only got time for one more question. So, Lambo or Benito, who runs the house?
Well, unfortunately, we've recently had to put Lambo down.
Sorry.
I know.
Bad
That's
show
okay.
prep there.
That's okay.
My
Nope, you
goodness,
didn't know.
There's
That's
nothing,
okay.
There's nothing worse.
So, right now we have little Moose, who is a miniature Dachshund, and he's about 9 pounds, and he runs the house, literally. Benito is our big Basset, and he's about 65 pounds. And then my daughter's dog is there, and she's a pit bull pointer mix and 85 pounds. And this little 9-pound dog rules the roost.
Love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
Moose.
Moose
that's
is
awesome.
Moose could be the mascot for the podcast here, because that's what it's all about.
He
Grind and
could.
perseverance.
That's it.
Moose
That's
is the
it.
man living the dream.
Moose
Rudy
is
would
the
have
man
something.
living the dream.
Rudy.
Rudy.
I don't even know my dog's own
Rudy.
name. Ruby would have something to say about
So
that.
one last question, and
Yeah.
sorry about I didn't know the backstory.
Oh,
on
no,
Lambo.
you're good. You're good.
What's your favorite song?
Oh,
If
my
you had
favorite
one song to sing on stage, what would you sing?
Crazy.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one to end on. But tell everybody where they can find Lime Lily and Twila.
They can find Lime Lily online at limelily.com. And they can find me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, at Twila K.
that sounds
Kaye.
Awesome.
Go be crazy about Lime Lily.
Yes.
That's it. Thank
I
you.
am a customer of Lime Lily. They do
Yes.
fantastic work. Twila, thank you
Thank you
for spending
so
some
much
time
for
with us on
having
the
me.
porch.
Thank
and
you.
thank everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the front porch. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow, share, and leave a review so more people can join the conversation. Until next time, keep showing up, keep leading strong, and we'll see you back on the porch soon.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.